John, first game since New Year's Day this Sunday. How frustrating is it to have the last Saturday's game Motherwell called off?
Yeah, very frustrating because it was a big opportunity for maybe Shreeram. I had to make 3 changes for last week, and having done all your preparation, travelled down, it was frustrating. But no, you don't point a finger of blame at anyone. This happens in Scottish football. We play our football in a climate it can happen, and you just have to get on with it. So a bit frustrating. But what it's done is that we've come back. And what it has done is hopefully it's given us a chance to maybe get 1 or 2 back for injury. Marley being the case, trained today, and hopefully there's no reaction tomorrow, and he's available for Saturday.
You mentioned Marley as well. How's James Vincent? He's been out since right at the start of the season.
Yep, James Vincent's now back training. He'll go into full contact Monday. Training very well, very good football. I've never seen him play. So it's nice to have him back, and hopefully he's no reaction over the weekend, and he'll be looking for game time in under-20s and friendly matches, and we'll try and get him up to speed.
Is the lack of under-20s matches at the minute a bit of a hindrance going into games when you can't get players coming back from injury, a bit of game time?
A wee bit, but it's up to us to try and organise bunks games, or make sure that the training's at an intensity level that they're putting more into the training as they would get out of a game, and you can do that, and that's what we've been doing. So they've been feeling the pace. We've been working really hard this week. The training, they've been training great, and hopefully we can take that into Saturday's football match, and make sure that the 3 points are staying at Inverness. It'd be nice to get that monkey off my back, my first home win. But can't ask any more of the boys than what they're giving me, an effort and commitment, and at times we've been playing real good football. What we have been doing is, if any of the supporters know themselves from watching the game, we've possibly been trying too hard over the Christmas period to, and possibly leaving ourselves a little bit open to counter-attacks, and resulting in giving ourselves too much to do to try and go and win the game. So hopefully we can correct that Saturday. That's some of the stuff that we've been doing, and we can get back to winning ways.
Obviously, Danny Williams and Carl Tremarco signed new contracts during the week. Are you very pleased to get those 2 on board?
Absolutely delighted. There's been a lot of planning since I've come to the club. You're sitting down, you're planning, there's a position planning. And Danny, I feel that we work with a small squad, great, but in Danny's case, he can play in a number of positions. Right at this moment in time, he's finding himself playing middle and midfield and sitting there and holding, and he's getting better as the games are coming. Better footballer. And I first fought when I come to the club, really caught my eye, technically very good, and I just like to see Danny's got more goals in him, but it's given him that opportunity so he gets momentum and confidence, and hopefully he can remain in the team. And then Carol, another one, he wears his heart on his sleeve, tough as teak, everything you want at a club, honest as the day is long, and a real appreciation that he wants to be a professional footballer and enjoy every minute of it, and you can't buy that. You cannot buy that. So these 2 guys, absolutely delighted. After Richie, Richie set it. Boom, he committed. He committed his future to the club. Ryan Essen followed suit. Now we've got Carol. Now we've got Danny, and there's contracts out to the rest of them. The ball's in their court. There's negotiations ongoing, but hopefully they'll all commit to Inverness, and we keep that team together.
One player who did unfortunately leave this week was Toby Stein. He has moved on. Are you looking to bring another striker in, or is that giving a chance maybe Adam Evans, Ryan Christie to get more first team action?
It's a real good question, because it's quite intriguing actually, because there was no hard feelings and all that. Toby come to see me. We were wanting to extend the contract to the end of the season, and Toby just felt that it was going to be limited in getting the starting 11 with Billy, and he's probably up against the best informed striker in Scotland. So Toby had the decision to make, and he just felt that he had to go and play regular football at this time stage of his career, and that's what he chose to do. He goes with our best wishes. In fact, I've had 1 or 2 on the phone managers asking about him and all that, so you pass it on. He was a lovely kid. And then, but Toby played right up there as Billy does, wants to play right up the top, and if we're bringing another striker in, does he fall into the same trap as Toby? Finding himself, because it's Billy, it's up there, and can you play 2 right up there, or do you play 1 up, 1 off? and if it's one up, one off, then wee Christie's certainly good enough to go and do that. So that's the pros and cons of it, but what I will say, we've got 1 or 2 irons in the fire, and I'd like to think that we could add 1 or 2 to the squad, and I'm a wee bit reluctant to say that because sometimes you give the supporters false hope, you know, and I've been in negotiations a long time throughout football, and sometimes it just doesn't quite work for you. So we'll be patient, keep our feet firmly on the ground, but hopefully we can at least add 1, that's for sure.
Perfect, John, thank you very much.
Okay.